Baja fish tacos. They're like an icon of the Mexican kitchen. Just think about it. It's a soft corn tortilla, that golden, crunchy, battered fish, a few slivers of cabbage, and that special crema that they always spoon on it.
You know, I've got a perfect salsa to go with that.
What's that?
Spicy arbol chili salsa.
That sounds pretty good to me. I'm gonna get together all the stuff for the fish. You make the salsa.
Great. So on to the main ingredient, the arbol chilies. Now we've got about an ounce of arbol chilies here that we want to take the stems off of. Now that these are all stemmed, we're going to dry toast them. We want them to be very aromatic. Now these are going into the blender over here. In there as well is going to go some garlic that we've roasted in their skins for about 15 minutes here. And the final ingredient, water. About 3/4 cup of water, just a little bit of salt. You want to blend this till it's about a coarse puree. Wow, that'll get you. Let's just try it for some seasoning here. Surely not for the faint of heart, but I think it'll go really good with those fish tacos.
Now, the history of the Baja fish taco is kind of interesting. Most people trace it back to an influx of Japanese immigrants that came at the beginning of the 20th century. So the Baja fish taco is sort of tempura battered. But of course, the Japanese had learned to make their tempura from the Portuguese centuries ago when they had visited Japan. And this, well, it's kind of different than all of that. In fact, it's a very, very flavorful batter. And the first thing that you do is to start with a couple of big cloves of garlic. I'm going to crush them to get their papery skins off. I'm going to chop it finely. And now I'm going to make this chopped garlic into a paste by sprinkling it with salt and then work it back and forth on the cutting board to make that garlic paste. And then I'm going to add to that a little bit of Mexican oregano, some black pepper. Now here's where it gets kind of interesting. Most of the batters that I came across in Baja always had a little bit of chicken bouillon, either the powdered kind or this chicken base. So I'm going to put that in there. A little yellow mustard, about a tablespoon of that's going to go into the mix here. A baking powder, about a teaspoon of that. And now we're down to the liquid and the flour. Now you could make it with just water, and a lot of people in Baja do make their batter with water, or you could use sparkling water like seltzer water, or you could use beer, which is what I'm going to use today because I think it adds a really flavorful element and it makes a really crispy, light coating on the outside of that. So I'm going to put about a cupful of the beer into the bowl and then whisk all of that together. And finally, some flour. It's equal parts of flour and liquid. Mahi's one of my favorite fish, and that's what I've got to work with today. So I'm going to cut this into 1/2-inch pieces here. And each one in half again. Now, when I fry fish at home, if it's nice weather, I like to do it outside. Now, I've got vegetable oil heated to a little over 360 degrees, my pieces of fish here. I'm going to dip them into the batter that I made, coating them completely, pick them up by an edge, and then just drop them into the hot oil. You know, and it wouldn't be a Baja fish taco without some fresh, very thinly sliced cabbage over the top of it. That's exquisite.